Hey y'all, if you got questions, please put them below so that I can already address those. So if y'all got questions, drop them. I'll wait just a minute or two and we're gonna start. Hey Dwight, what's up Vanessa with your thick self? Hope y'all doing good this Monday. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. Hey Alexis, how you doing? Yes, we are definitely gonna get to that, Renata. Thank you, ma'am. So, all right. So happy Monday, everybody. It is a lot of crazy shit going on right now in the world. So let me start off by saying, if y'all are not prayed up, please make sure that you are. I don't want to read about you, any of y'all, okay? So we already got questions again. Oh, let me see. Let me know if y'all can hear me before I start. Let me check really quick. Thank you, Dwight. Before I start, y'all let me know if you can hear me okay, so I don't have to repeat myself. So put a little dollar sign, because that's what we talk about. We love talking about money. If you can hear me, please do, so that I can begin. Okay, good. Thank you, Marcella. I appreciate it. All right. So let's talk about unemployment. Okay. Yes, Dwight. Let me go on and show y'all. It is definitely going to be another lazy week for Congress and the Senate. Right now, they are worried about taking vacation, and they are not thinking about us people. You can hear me, but the video, I don't know why the video is not clear, and I'm sorry about that. I hope that ain't me. Let me check my Wi-Fi. Well, my Wi-Fi seems to be all right. Okay. As far as let's do the stimulus really quick. So right now, as it pertains to the second stimulus, reports are saying that if there's going to be a stimulus, it's not going to be until after the presidential election. But remember, a lot of this is clickbait. So you're going to see a lot of stuff in the news that does not necessarily mean that it is true. So right now the stimulus is up in the air. We do not know what's going to happen with that. It is election season, guys. So everything that they do, everything that anybody does, whether it's Democrats or Republicans, is going to all be to get your vote. So I can expect them to take this stimulus check and dangle it in our faces like this, because that's the kind of games they play. So not be surprised if they turn around and say we're not going to get one, because they very well could say that, but we don't know that just yet. Okay. All right. So that's where we are with the stimulus. Nothing's really changed with that yet, other than it is out there. It is waiting to be shown to see if we actually get it, and we're just at a standstill. Unfortunately, that is just where we are right now. So do not expect a stimulus. What I will tell you is, if you do not follow your county government on social media, meaning on Twitter or Facebook or any of those things, please be on the lookout through the news that comes on TV, any type of social media, or you can look at on my page. I try to catch it I can and post for you guys, because since we only have 3 weeks left in this month, okay? So all of the CARES Act funding, all of the money that they put aside, all those billions of dollars they put up for the CARES Act, excuse me, is going to end in 3 weeks. 1 October is a new fiscal year for the government. So all of those funds with the CARES Act that has not been spent gets rolled up and gets used into another year. So please be on the lookout for your county, your state, whatever it is, to make sure to see if they're putting out any money, because they have 3 weeks to use this money up. So if you haven't gotten your rent taken care of, and I'm gonna put this down here because I always got to put this up all the time. If you haven't gotten your rent, you haven't gotten your electric, any of these things, and then 8211 actually works in all 50 states. This is nothing but a text version to United Way. So if you can, you want to definitely get your hands on whatever little bit of funding they have left to use it for your own personal use, not for anybody else. So make sure that you are paying attention to, okay? So you can use up some of this CARES Act money before it goes away. All right, employment. So the state of Florida has been approved for week 4 only, not week 5. Florida was supposed to go all the way up to week 5. And right now we do not know if we're going to get week 5 yet. So we a lot of individuals have already inboxed me and told me that they've already gotten their money. So if you have not gotten your check yet, please check your inbox. If you haven't got your inbox, check your unemployment, check your account on unemployment. If you see that you don't have anything, if you have nothing reporting, you're not even showing that you're getting the $300, you can call them tomorrow at 7 a.m. If you don't have the number, inbox me, send me an email, whatever, and I'll send it to you so that you can call them, because that is your money. You deserve it. And do not let these people hold on to your money, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to tell you that money was in the CARES Act and we don't have that funding anymore, so we can't back pay you. So if you want to make sure you get your money, you make sure you call those people, get your account situated so that you can get your back pay and your unemployment. All right. So look here, see if I got a couple questions really quick. All right, Renata, thank you for asking. Renata wants to know, is there a line of credit that there a line of credit that builds credit? There's absolutely credit that builds credit. That is a trade line. You can be authorized and you can piggyback off of someone else's good credit to boost your score, or you can just add trade lines. If you look Facebook page, and if you need it, you can inbox me. But if you look on my Facebook timeline, you will see that I have posted a trade line that you can add to your credit. Very easy. Doesn't cost you much. A lot of these trade lines that I give to you guys are going to be trade lines you can add that you do not have to worry about being an authorized user on somebody else's credit. You can easily just go and apply, pay whatever small fee, because these are going to be cheap. These are not expensive, and they will be added to your credit. And in about 30 to 45 days, it will show a report and it's going to boost your score. Okay. So thank you, Renata. There is a company out there named Grain that you can do it, and they give you up to $1,000. I would say is great for people who are just starting out, but there are other companies on top of Grain. If your score is bad and you want to add more, there are more companies. But let me add this really quick before I move on. You can add all the trade lines that you want to get your score up. But if your credit is bad, items, you got repos, you have collections, your student loans are showing that they're in collections or they're charged because they're not paid, it doesn't matter what you add to your credit, your score your score will increase, but it will not get you into a home, and it still won't get you a car, because those big items like the repos, evictions, and like I said, certain collections that are not medical bills, those will stop you from moving ahead regardless if you have a high score or not. You can have a 700 credit score and still have collections. If you guys didn't see my story yesterday, I had a guy, he had a 700 score and he had $35,000 that he owed in child support that was still reporting on his credit. And he still has a set. Can he go and buy a house? No. Why? Because child support is saying that he owes $35,000. So if you want to really play the credit game, the game is to boost your score but more importantly, you need to clean off those derogatory items. Your score will be great, but you still won't be able to get anything. So what's the point of having a high credit score and you can't buy shit? Okay, so by those trade lines, please make sure that you have removed the negative items or derogatory items from your credit so that you can go out and get those things that you want to be able to get. Okay, all right. So Dwight says, is there any update with the payroll taxes? I've been hearing that a lot of people don't see any changes on the paychecks. So there are no updates. There are no changes with the payroll tax cut. Again, I said not last week, but the week before last, that the payroll tax cut is voluntary. If you don't see an increase in your check, meaning that you don't see they stop taking taxes, that is a decision that your employer decided to do. They chose to continue taking the taxes. Why? Because again, if you leave your job and they didn't take any taxes from you, then your job is going to be on the hook for trying to get that money back. So your employer chose to continue to take the taxes because they don't want to be on the hook. So it really was a voluntary thing. That's the one thing about the government, and that's the one thing about these things when you see it in the news, especially right now. You guys are paying attention to everything that's going on, and you guys are only seeing the highlights, but you need to open those articles and actually read them, because if you read them, you'll see that it is not just as sensational as they made the article or the title of the article seem. So it is not that easy. If you don't see an increase in your check, that's because they did not cut payroll taxes, and your company or your employer is still going to take the money from you. All right. All right. Let's see what Monique has. And again, if anybody has any questions, please put them below. This is the best way to get those questions asked. I'm also trying to answer some questions that individuals dropped in my inbox. Right. So Monique wants to know, how can you get grants to start up a business? Again, none of the grants have stopped. The CARES Act money is still there for now. So if your county is off local business assistance, if you don't know, all you need to do is just call down to your local chamber of commerce. You can go on my page. Y'all know I'm always going to continue to promote me, because why I actually get out here and look and search for these things for y'all, because I believe in, if there's money out there, I'm going to try to get it. And if I can't, I'm going to pass it on to somebody else. But as long as there's something that I think I qualify for, I'm applying. And y'all, if you don't know, that is my motto. And the motto is, if I think I qualify, I'm going to apply, period. All right. So they can tell you, no, you didn't get approved. That's fine. But at least you tried. So make sure that you are not missing out on any money for these grants. So you can still do the Small Business Administration EIDL grant that does not end until December 14th. But if that credit is not on point, okay, you got to have a 620 minimum. If you don't have a 620 minimum, and I'm not talking about Credit Karma 620, I'm talking about real 620, meaning Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, the FICO score, not the Vantage score. If you don't have a 620 minimum, I wouldn't even waste my time applying until you raise your score. And if you have any derogatory items, meaning you can still have a 620 and have 35 collections. But if you have 35 collections on your credit, you will get denied. Why? Because SBA will say you have unsatisfactory credit history. Not right now, history. So that means they're looking back at your past and seeing that you were not that responsible and taking care of your bills. So they may or may not give that to you. So you still have time to get your credit fixed before actually applying. If you are an individual that was denied because of credit, you got 6 months from the date that you got that letter to get your application approved, even if it extends past the December date. So what you guys need to do for most important is get the credit together, okay? This is a time when the credit bureaus are understaffed. They inundated with a lot of people trying to fix their credit. I know at least all my customers, I'm killing the bureaus with sending in my dispute letters from my customers, because this is the time to do it while they're not really paying as much attention as they normally do. And credit reports are getting cleaned. And that's exactly what you want, so that you can go on and get business credit, or you can go on and get those grants to be able to fund your business. So to answer your question again, because I usually always take a long way to get there, Monique, but you can go to SBA EIDL loan. You can look for that. And again, you can check my page. They are not going to be posting that much more of business grants or even rent grants, because they only got 3 weeks left. So if you actually want that money, you're going to have to contact them to see if they have any funds left. I know that they do. They just do not like to post it all the time. Why? Because they want to use it to buy new computers, to hire new people. I know how it goes with the government money. We always found a different thing to do with the money when we didn't spend it all. And you can do it, but you don't want them to do that. You want them to spend it on you. So in order to do that, you got to pick up their phone, you got to email somebody, or you can just look on my page to get that information. Okay? All right, so let's move on. Do I need a business phone to get a DUNS number? Yes, you do. No, ma'am, you do not need a business phone number to get a DUNS number. I apologize. You don't need to get one of those, but I will tell you, if you are getting a DUNS number, and for those who do not know what a DUNS number is, that is your social security number to your business. So when you start applying for credit, you're going to have to use your EIN number and your DUNS number. They're both 9-digit numbers, just like your social security number. You're going to have to supply that on your applications. And that is how these creditors are going to be able to determine, or shall I say the banks are going to be able to determine if you are responsible in paying your bills and paying them on time for your business. Now, if you're going to get a DUNS number, and if you guys are curious about what that is, all you got to do is hit me up, and I will send you the link where you can request one for free. Because if not, they're $299. If you do have a phone number, Nameless Candle Company, I would tell you, you should put it, not your mobile, not your home. But if you do have a business phone number, there's nothing wrong with listing it. Just make sure that you keep that business phone number, so when you start putting it on applications, you can be uniform all the way through. So if you have a business address, use that business address once, and hopefully for all of your credit needs, not just one time, to get this DUNS number. So I hope I answered your question. Dwight, I don't know what you're talking about for 4 weeks. I'm sorry, but I'm assuming you might be talking about unemployment. But just so you guys know, if you missed or you're just coming in, unemployment has been approved for the 4th week. We do not know if we're going to get the 5th week just yet. And the reason why, because some people have been asking me, is because Ron DeSantis, who is Trump's best friend, I swear, he applied late to get the funds. When the money was out there, you guys saw it the first day that it became available, that $44 billion that they put out. I posted it the exact date it became available on grants.gov. The governor did not apply for like a week. All the other states who wanted the money, they immediately jumped on it, and they got more money to be able to fund than we do. Now, it's not just that. It does pay a part into how many people live in the state, how many people are unemployed, and all of that things. But DeSantis did apply for the grant late. So we are only in Florida are only going to go up to week 5, and we're not even sure if we're going to get week 5 just yet. But just know you got one more week possibly coming your way. Hey, Chanel, all the way from Colorado. Thank you for watching. All right, we got who I got here? I don't even want to say your name wrong, but Miss Bass, how you doing? All right, so you said still waiting on income tax. Wish someone could help me with that. Well, I'm going to put up what I normally put up for individuals who did not get their income tax check yet. And it is a shame that you did not get your income tax. I am so sorry, but here is the number, 829-1040. Please call them at 7 a.m. If you want a longer list of numbers, I have a longer list of numbers for IRS. If you want to, if you can't get through on this line, I'm the type of person, I'm calling on every line. Even if it's a line that doesn't even require me to call, it can be a Spanish line. I'm going to call because I'm going to get somebody on the line. I'm just determined like that. I don't know if you guys are that way. I hope, but that is how you're going to have to be with the government, because all they want you to do is sit back and wait for them to spoon feed you. But that's not how the real world works. We got to eat. We got bills to pay, and we don't have time to wait for somebody else. So if you want that check, honey, call this number 7 a.m. in the morning tomorrow. If you need more numbers, please inbox me. I will give you the rest of them, because I will have you calling people's desk. If not, calling their house to try to find out where your check is. Okay? All right. So who we got next? Remember, if y'all got any questions, please just drop them below. It is so much easier this way. Oh, yes. Hey, Jimmy. All right. So, and here goes one of my people that I'm just going, and I'm putting your little business out there. But this is somebody that is a great example of someone who has over a 700 credit score, but was denied for the loan because he had two things from his past that are still reporting on the credit. That's a collection. So what we're going to do is real simple and real easy. All you have to do is when you get denied from the SBA, look at the date that is on that letter. You got 6 months from that date. Look at the reason that is in bold black print on the letter. It will tell you exactly the reason why you denied. It'll say economic injury not substantiated. Credit history unacceptable. It'll say character reasons. Oh yes, and they do have a character reason. So if you're a person that didn't pay your child support, you got issues, you've been to jail, things like that, they go all in your business. And if they see that your character doesn't suit the type of person that they want to fund, they will deny you for character reasons. Yes, yes, and yes, that is in their manual. And somebody had actually sent me a letter showing that they really denied them for a character reason. It was incorrect, but they did deny that person for that. So once you find out why you were denied, all you need to do then, and it says it right in the next paragraph, correct what was wrong, send them a letter to this, send them an email to the email address, and they put it in the letter as well, telling you to put a little explanation of why your credit was bad and why it's better now. And then you wait for reconsideration. Now, reconsiderations are taking a much longer time because there are a ton of people that were denied. There are a ton of people who have their applications that have to be redone again. But just because you emailed them for reconsideration doesn't mean you stop there, okay? SBA has a phone number that you can call them. And let me see if I have it up here. I don't, but please inbox me and I will send you the number to call SBA. Do not let them sleep on your money. Again, this is a part of the funding I was speaking about, and you don't want your portion of your business loan money going to somebody else because you dropped the ball. So if you got a multiple application denial because you done submitted something more than once, that's okay. All you got to do is make sure they are withdrawing the application that is the multiple, the one that's the duplicate. Have them delete that application and go back to your very first one that you were denied on, and that is the one you do a reconsideration for. But you need to have whatever they stated that was wrong fixed, okay? Because if you don't, you're just gonna get denied again, okay? So let me see. I hope I explained that. Let me see what I got. Let me see who else I got. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Let's see, this says, hello, are you? I just got on. What's the name of those credit cards again? So the credit card, and it's not a credit card, you guys. These are trade lines. Trade lines are not credit cards. They can be, but a trade line is just a fancy word for a line of credit that is now going to be on your credit report. So if you have a child support, an unpaid child support bill, that's a trade line. If you have a Sears credit card, that's a trade line. If you have student loans on your credit, that's a trade line. There are more than one type of trade line. Like I said, it's just a fancy word for just saying a line of credit that's on your credit report. So, but you have the opportunity to actually manipulate your credit score by increasing the number, by adding the trade line. But if you're only doing it to, if you're only trying to increase your score to buy a house, that might not work. You need to have somebody who understands credit to look at your credit reports to tell you what you need to remove. Now, if you're just boosting your score because you want to go out and get a car, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Cars don't go into other systems to make sure you don't owe any federal debt. When you're trying to buy a home, they go into all types of systems to make sure you don't owe anybody, state, federal, local, county, everybody. So it all depends on what you're trying to use those trade lines for. And the one that I mentioned is called Grain, Grain. There are a ton more than Grain. Grain is good, but I'll tell you, if it doesn't give you, if it only comes back, I think it goes up to a max of $1,000. If you don't get the $1,000 and your score is in the 6s or 7s, don't get it. Okay, I have something better for you. If you are in the 400s and 500s and they give you half of that $1,000, they give you $400 or $500, cool. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'll explain to those people who have higher credit scores why you shouldn't get it. Just in a nutshell, if you have 600 and 700 credit scores, you do want to be mindful of the type of accounts that you open, because you're going to want larger credit cards. So why open up a credit card that's only going to give you $500 and you have a 700 credit score? We're not doing that. That's actually working backwards. If you want to, well, I'll put it like this. If you're working with somebody like me who can add that, we can get that trade line added, get your boost of the points, and then remove it because you don't want that sitting out there, we can do that. But just to keep that $500 credit line open and you have a 700 plus credit score, a lot of times that tells the banks that you built that score. So you want your score not to look built. You want it to look natural. So you can add things and then remove them quickly. Okay. So we're not gonna get on that because this is, we can go down credit forever because y'all know that's my thing. Okay. Let's see. This one says, it takes 2 weeks. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, thank you, Dwight. So Dwight is my, he's handling all my questions inside. Thank you very much. Let's see. Okay, so somebody's thinking that. So let's see, Shalita. So I'm sure you guys are probably talking about somebody using your information. So I have been getting individual asking me, what if somebody got an SBA loan and they did not pay me on the baby mama child support? Well, I'm gonna tell you how that works. If you suspect that somebody did fraud, because they got money and you didn't get it. Well, one, you can't really report that person because you don't know that they did fraud, and you don't want to start an investigation on somebody just because you're upset. The only way you should call and report fraud to SBA is if you know somebody used your social without your permission, or your EIN without your permission, or if they just applied for a loan in your name without permission. And that goes back to those people who apply for other people, who charge people to do those applications, all those things. If you don't have your own login information, and I am finding this out, if you don't have your own login information to see what the SBA is giving you, to find out when they're gonna put that money in your account because you gave it to somebody else, that should be the application that you are withdrawing and denying. Nobody should have control over what you can see for your loan that is on you, okay? So why are you gonna pay somebody to manage something that you're gonna have to pay back? I don't get it, folks. Somebody explain it to me. I don't know. But if you think somebody used your information, you can report them very easily. That is happening a lot. Okay, so I read tons and tons and tons of newspapers, and people are stealing checks out the mail. People are doing those PPP loan scams. Well, they're not no more because the loan, that part is over, but they were. So, but don't report people if you don't know for sure that they did it against you, not just because somebody didn't pay you any money. And the only reason I want to say that is because you don't want to start messing it up for everybody just because you're upset. And sometimes that's exactly what happens. Just a little small thing, you go and snitch on somebody else, and the next thing you know, everybody's stuff get blowed up. So we don't want to do that until we know for sure. Okay. All right. Thea, can you establish business credit with your business EIN? Well, there is only one type of EIN, and that EIN is only for a business. So you don't have to say business EIN. I just want you guys to know, because I don't want you to say business EIN and somebody assumes that there's another type. But there isn't. So there's only one EIN, one social, and one DUNS number. Okay, I gotta get over here. All right, so you can establish business credit with an EIN and you're done. See, that's where people don't tell the whole truth. They'll say, hey, you can get $50,000 worth of credit in 6 months just by using your EIN. You can, but people credit usually isn't ready for that. But what they don't tell you is you need a very high credit score to be able to accumulate that type of credit in that short amount of time. And also, not just that, but you also need to know that that $50,000 of credit that people are telling you is not just from credit cards. Majority of that $50,000 is in vendor credit, meaning you will have $7,000 at Staples, $10,000 to use at Ace Hardware. You might get $5,000 credit limit to use at the auto parts store. So it's not going to be just credit cards, but yes, you can. But I will tell you, if your credit isn't ready, don't waste your time, because you will not get far. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to start building credit when our personal credit isn't ready. And then you get mad because now you got to backtrack. So before anybody even comes to me talking about business credit, the first thing I ask is, what is your personal credit looking like? And I'm going to start asking that question to everybody, because that matters. Your credit matters in every single thing. It is getting real, y'all. It matters in everything, okay? So if your credit ain't right, you don't have to come to me. I don't care who you go to, but you need to get it worked on, okay? And not only get worked on, if you pay somebody and you hadn't heard from them, contact them. That's all you got to do, okay? Contact them. What you guys don't know is credit is a collaborative process when you're doing credit repair. You got to talk to the other person that's fixing your credit, and the person that's fixing your credit has to talk to you. So if you haven't heard from your credit person, because I do hear that a lot, reach out to them. If they're blocking you or they're ignoring you, you probably got scammed. But more than likely, they could be swamped. It's hard out there right now. Everybody wants their credit fixed. I can tell y'all, and y'all aren't even gonna, I don't even want to show y'all, but I got like 100 people this week I have to take care of. So it's a lot of movement going on because people are starting to realize can't get nowhere without no credit. So yes, Miss Althea, you can, but you and I will work on that. Almost time, not time just yet, okay? But we're gonna get you there, definitely, because I want everybody to get this business credit. All right, my unemployment benefits have run out. Will I still get the $300? If your unemployment benefits have expired, then no, you should only get the $300 to cover you for the weeks that your unemployment was active. So if your unemployment just ended, say this week, yeah, you would get the $300 because you had unemployment the week before. But if they are out, you don't get any extra money. You have to receive at least $100 worth of regular unemployment to be able to get the additional $300. So I hope I answered your question. If you're not clear or you got a specific question, then you can always inbox me too. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you, Dwight. Look at that. Dwight is still on it, y'all. So see, I got somebody that helps me. So if y'all got a couple questions, please, by all means, y'all can go right to Dwight Wilson inbox. He be right on it, right along with me, helping people stay informed, because this is what we got to do so that you guys can make sure you get your money. Okay? All right. So let's see. All right. Just like Dwight says, you got to wait to see if a decision passes after your unemployment benefits have run out. So if you, and believe me, y'all, it's nothing but a call to call those people and ask a couple questions. Don't worry about, aggravating them, act like you can't. You can only reapply if, and that's only under certain situations. Every situation is different. There are people whose unemployment benefits did exhaust and they reapplied and got it. I would tell you to reapply. It's not going to hurt. Remember my motto, if I think I qualify, I will apply. So apply. Only thing they're going to do is tell you you're not eligible because you have used up all your benefits, or they're going to come back with another reason. Whatever that reason is, we don't care, because we are always going to appeal. Why? Because somebody could have made a mistake. So even if I know they're right, I'm going to appeal anyway, because you never know. You also might slide in there. But let me do a sidebar really quick. For those who are getting unemployment, it probably is a little late because you may or may not have submitted your tax forms, but I'm just letting you know that they are absolutely going to take that 10% that you should have been having taken out of your unemployment. Is going to come out in tax time in 2021. So if you have not been paying any taxes, please expect for your income tax check to be smaller than normal because you didn't pay any taxes. And yes, it is 10%. So they are going to go back and take that money that you did not pay. Okay, so you can calculate it yourself just by going on the unemployment website. You can see how many checks you done got of regular unemployment, and look at how many checks you done got of the federal unemployment. And yes, they tax that federal unemployment too. So you need to calculate all of that so you know how much is going to be coming out. If you're a person that does not have any kids, I feel sorry. Your taxes could be hurting this year because they done gave you all this extra money and you didn't pay any taxes. So now your tax refund might be much smaller than you had anticipated. If you got kids, it's still going to be smaller. It's not going to be that small, but it's still going to be smaller. You might be $1,000 or $2,000 short compared to what you're used to getting. So hush, Max. So it is possible. I just want you guys to know to keep that in mind. All right. Renata said they are taking forever to process applications. So what happened if it's not done before October? If the applications are not processed and they're done before October, they're supposed to be able to backdate your unemployment to whatever date. I just had an individual, they just found out that they got backdated all the way like to March because they were getting paid the wrong amount and they didn't even know they were going to get extra money. So that is not hopeless. Okay. So remember what I said, we still got CARES Act money out there. So this is the time to pick up the phone or email or call somebody to find out where your stuff is. Don't let this money run out on you, folks. Okay. Do not let it run out on you. Okay. All right, let me see what else. Look at that. Thank you, Dwight. Y'all see this? Dwight says call 833-352-7759 to reapply. See, this is what happens when you put out and you share stuff, other people share stuff, okay? So let's share stuff. So if you are in Florida and you want to reapply, this is the number you call, 833-352-7759, okay? And let me see if I got that website. You can always go to the website, floridajobs.org. That is the official Florida website to apply for unemployment. All right. There is so much going on about unemployment. And unfortunately, unemployment is really right now going to be the only monies that are going to be coming in to people. Okay. So let's talk about IRS trying to chase down people for $9 million. They got like $9 million worth of monies that people have not claimed. So I'm just going to keep throwing this out there, y'all. There are still stimulus checks. Okay. So you probably got yours. Your baby daddy probably got his. Your cousin probably got theirs. But there is somebody in your family I know did not apply for that stimulus check. Now, all of our cousins, uncles, brothers, whatever that's in prison, they're included in that stimulus money too. But what they're saying is that they will not allow you to get it. But I found different, okay? So I'm not going to tell y'all what to do, but this is what I will say. I have seen people apply for individuals to get their their stimulus check for people who are in prison. And some checks have slid by. The IRS has told the state not to release those checks. But some of them have been taken. Some of them have passed through the state, and individuals still got the money. So all I'm saying is 9 million people out there who have not claimed this stimulus check. No, you don't get in any trouble if you claim it. All they're gonna do is tell you to pay it back, but there's no legal ramification if you don't because they issued you the check. Okay, so if you're interested in trying to see if you can go and recover grandma check or your mama check or whomever, as long as you didn't claim them as a dependent, you can file and get some of that money. As a matter of fact, California has 1 million people in the state that have not claimed this stimulus. We don't even know how many they have in Florida right now. So I would just say that since we don't have no other money that we know about, this is one way to get some, okay? Oh, let me give my shout out. Thank you, Chanel. My earrings come from Chanel Rhodes. She is with Paparazzi Jewelry. She is always online at night for us ladies who cannot go to sleep and we need to shop. We need a little bit of retail therapy. The kids done got on our nerves. The men done got on our nerves. We want to buy a little something. We go to Chanel Rhodes' Facebook page and we watch her paparazzi show at night at 11. Okay, so y'all want some jewelry? You know, I paid my little $5 for my little gold earrings. Okay. And let me give y'all a little trick in case you didn't know. So if you're going to be like me and buy things that are not real gold, which ain't no shame in my game, get these earrings or whatever jewelry you get and buy some clear spray paint and put it in a box or on a piece of paper or something and spray them and then let that clear spray paint dry. So now your earrings can't chip. They stay gold plated. Now they're double gold plated because you don't put some spray on top of them. So that's just a little, a little trick for some of y'all that didn't know. But that's what I do with my jewelry. I just spray it with the gold spray paint. Clear spray paint so that it can keep the gold color on there. Okay. Thanks, Chanel. All right. Dwight, is the SBA grant only for business? Yes, it's only for businesses. Listen, SBA stands for Small Business Administration. So that money is only for businesses. Yes, but some people don't have a business. So if they don't have a business, can they still apply? I get that question all the time. Now, according to the handbook, no. But what have I actually seen? Yes, I've seen people file and create a business a week ago file it, the credit's good, they got money from the SBA. It's just that simple. I can't tell you, what you should do ethically, what feels right within your own self. That's between you and God. But I can tell you what I've seen. And yes, it is for businesses, but it does not always mean it has to be a business that was created in 2019, because I have seen different. Okay, so you make that judgment on what it is that you want to do, but I'm just letting you know. Okay. All right. So Shalita says, who do I contact to see if a check's been cashed? Which check are we talking about? Stimulus check, IRS check, unemployment check. If it's stimulus check, well, all you got to do is call IRS. If it's an income tax refund check, you just call IRS as well, because they should be able to give you at least a copy of that paper check or something showing that it was direct deposited into whatever account. If it's unemployment, you need to do the same thing. All you need to do is call them. And I actually gave this advice to somebody else. This is your money, yours, you. Look, I'm trying to get the thing, your money, okay, yours. So if you want your money, I want mine, and I don't know where it's at, I'm gonna need you to call them, ask them for a printout. Okay, I need to trace all my checks to see where they went, because I'm missing some of my money. And they should be able to tell you exactly if they put it on the card, if they sent a paper check, or if they deposited. Them are the only 3 options for unemployment. So you got to find out what they did with it. And if they didn't, they will absolutely give you, they'll do their research. And if they find out that you didn't receive it, they'll give you another one. If they find out that somebody else received it, because there is a lot of fraud going on, okay? People using other people's social security numbers in other states to file for unemployment, and they've been getting paid, okay? So if you find that that's happened to you, call your state that you live in unemployment office to let them know so they can correct it so you won't be in trouble, all right? Hey, nephew, how you doing? You take care out there, okay? All right, look at that. See, thank you, Nikki. I'm just loving this. I love how everybody is helping one another. This is how we're supposed to do, y'all, especially because I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all not careful, I'm just going to put this out. Come November, it's going to be hard out there. We already got a coin shortage. The banks already are requiring that you call them before you take out a large amount of money from the bank. We may possibly have no stimulus check coming. We are running out of unemployment money. So if you're only going to get weeks 4 and 5, that means before October, you won't even have anything else coming to you. And we don't even know if you're going to be able to go back to work. So I'm saying this, you get your hands on a couple extra dollars, folks. Remember, you got October, November, December. You got 3 months that it could be struggle months, okay? So some of us know how to struggle well, but if you are not prepared, it's not going to look good. Some people are going to be really struggling, going to be really hungry, and it's going to be some hard times ahead. So if I were you, if you get your hands on any extra money, please go and buy some extra groceries. Please go and buy some more damn sanitizer, paper towel, and toilet paper. Why? Because now they are, and this is just in Florida, we go into phase 2, which means we are opening up stuff again. And what happens when you open up stuff? The nightclub's about to open up. So what's going to happen? Everybody going to be together. No mask. They ain't been wearing none anyway. So now if the numbers go back up and everything shuts back down, what y'all going to do? We barely have any money coming in. So I just want y'all to think ahead and not just think about today. So damn them bills, okay? Because they're not going nowhere, okay? They're not going nowhere. We are in a pandemic in this country right now. And right now, your first responsibility and priority is you and your household where you live. You need to make sure you got food, clothes, running water, and electric. Everything else can pass. Or you need to call and get extension. If your credit gets messed up in the process, that's okay, because we still have time to fix it, okay? You got time to fix your credit, all right? But I'm not saying don't fix it, but I'm just letting you guys know that we could be looking real crazy in the next 3 months because we may not have any more money coming in. Now, if you're a person that receives Social Security, you get Social Security for your children, you get regular food stamps, you get any type of assistance, you're going to be halfway decent because you have income to expect. But other people who have nothing coming in but unemployment, I'm telling you, think about it. Don't be rushing out to go buy that bottle. Don't be rushing out to go buy that damn lace wig. Okay, go and get you some food and stock up on a couple things because you might be without. All right. Hey, Dave from ATL. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I appreciate it. All right, let me go see what I got left. I got a letter from the SBA saying to double check my account info. I comply. How long before I hear something back? If they're telling you to double check your account info, that means they're getting ready to fund your account. You should get funded to your bank account within 7 to 10 days. They do like individuals to make sure that bank information is right, because so many people got their SBA business loan checks rejected from the bank. And now if your check is rejected from the bank, meaning if you don't sign up your SBA account to go to a business bank account, that check will be rejected. And what's going to happen then? You don't get it back. And so I read a lot of, I guess you could say, I guess the people who've been getting caught up with this PPP loan scam. And the main reason that they get caught is because the damn fools have the money go to their regular bank account. And the bank's going to work hand in hand with the government, especially the Secret Service. They work together. So if the money is coming from SBA, a business check, going to your personal account, that's wrong from the jump. So make sure that the account that you put in, that when you double check, I hope that it was a business bank account. If it wasn't, please get on the phone with them and ask them to open up that portal again so that you can update to the right account. Because if you don't, you might not get that money at all. Okay? Good luck. Kimberly Hill, second stimulus. No, right now there is nothing other than hurry up and wait. Congress, they're getting ready to go on break again. So they're not thinking about that, okay? Unfortunately. You talking about claiming ID. Okay, so see, I want to know what y'all talking about that's missing in these comments over here so that I can answer to you if you need it, okay? All right. It says, what are my thoughts on the likelihood of another stimulus check? That's really going to depend what's going to happen with this when they're opening up. You know, every time we get ready to open up, people do stupid shit and they don't cover their faces. And next thing you know, the numbers blow up again and we get shut down, and then we need money. So I really think that the stimulus check, although the bills are out there and nobody's voting on them, I still believe that we are going to get something. I work for the federal government a long time, and I have never seen them just let people fall to the wayside like this. Not saying that it can't happen, but I have not seen it happen that often. So I hope that we're going to get something. And I believe if they don't try to give us a stimulus, then they're going to try to give something. They're going to try to do more unemployment. They're going to try to give everybody food stamps. They're going to do something. They're going to tell you this is election season. So Trump wants y'all to go out and vote for him, right? So he put his name on those stimulus checks so y'all knew that he was the one that gave them to you. So he's going to definitely try to do something. Again, he's definitely going to say that it was him, the reason why you guys got the extra unemployment money. And he is, okay? And that doesn't mean anything, but he said it and it happened. I would say that I hope that we will. They can make money and print it at any time. But right now we just have to go off of what they tell us, and they're telling us we gotta wait. So that's what they say, but I think we're gonna get something, okay? All right, what is a good credit card to apply for to help increase your credit score? If you are looking to increase your credit score, do not apply for a credit card at all, because credit cards give you, they have to make a decision whether they're gonna approve you or not. And if I'm gonna waste my time and have an inquiry come on my credit and reduce my score about 2 to 3 points, I want to know that whatever I apply for, that I'm going to get it. So that is why you apply for guaranteed trade lines, because now it's not a waste. A guaranteed trade line means you're also going to use your social. You're going to apply. It's going to pull a hard pull. It's going to take those 2 to 3 points off your credit, but it's approved. So as soon as it hits your credit report, your score goes right back up. So Grain was one that I mentioned. I have a ton that I email to people. So inbox me and I'll send you my long list of the free, some are free, primary trade lines that you can add to your credit. Do not add all of them. Add no more than 1 or 2. Opening up too many will kill your score on top of it. Okay, if you don't know how to play the credit game, don't do it until you talk to somebody that knows what they're talking about, because you will mess yourself up thinking you're doing something right and it actually is counterproductive. Okay, so but Grain is one. But Tracy, inbox me and I'll give you my full list. All right. Okay, so y'all heard what Dwight said. Dwight said, make sure you report your unemployment every 2 weeks. So what he is saying is you got to make sure that you do your due diligence and call in and file for unemployment every week. I forgot what they call that you got to call every week to make sure to let them know that you're still unemployed. You don't have to put in any work search requirements. So that is a good thing. All you got to do now is just say, hey, I'm still unemployed. Hit 1, 2, whatever them numbers they ask you to hit, and you're done. Okay. Rashay, yes, I already talked about the stimulus check. We don't know nothing right now. It's still up in the air, unfortunately, which sucks. So let me do a sidebar really fast. Okay. Y'all notice I'm not putting any commercials in right now because every time I do it, the computer gets messed up. But if you are a felon, if you know a felon, related to a felon, I'm going to go down my family line because I got some of my family too. And I know y'all do. If you're in Florida, they are paying off your fines and fees because they want you to vote. Now, if you do not take advantage of somebody clearing out your fines and fees so that you can drive a damn car again, and I know some of y'all who I need to be talking to probably ain't watching this live, but there are a lot of people who cannot drive because they have so many felony charges, so many criminal traffic charges and fees and fines on their driver's license record right now. If you want to be able to vote, what you need to do is contact these people. And I am going to put it on my story and my, matter of fact, it's already on my timeline. I'll put it on my story too on Facebook. And YouTube and Instagram, all of that. But y'all need to immediately contact these people. Let them know where your fines are and what counties, because they let you pick all the counties that you got them in. You can't beat that. And then they turn it around and they paying them because they want you to vote. You will be stupid if you did not do it, okay? And yes, I said that you would be stupid if you did not do it. Either that or you just don't want to drive, okay? So get them fees and fines paid for while somebody is paying for it. I like free. Okay, I like when people pay for stuff for me. So I don't know what y'all talk about, but definitely get on and do it. And if you don't know what it is, please, please, please hit me up because they are doing it in Florida. They want you to vote. Okay, vote, vote, vote. And if you're not registered to vote, then shame on you too. But we're going to get you to vote. All you got to do is text hello vote to 384-387 and they will take you through the process and ask you the questions right on your phone. You don't even have to leave home, okay? But I do want y'all to get out there and vote. This is so super, super serious. I can't even believe I'm even talking about this shit. I used to be one of those kids like y'all. I didn't even care about voting. I didn't give a damn what they were talking about, okay? I just wanted some money. But now, my vote and money go together, and your vote and money go together too. So if you want money, you got to make sure you put the person that's going to be in there that's going to give you money. And voting is not just about the president. Okay. I know everybody seem to only think about that when it comes to the president, but it's not only the president, it's more people. It's your local, state, and county officials that can be voted for as well. But we definitely want y'all to vote for, I ain't gonna tell you who to vote for, but we definitely want you to vote in this election. Okay. All right, so somebody says, I call IRS number. They're always busy. I haven't gotten my stimulus check yet. They are always busy. 7 a.m., Miss Patricia, you got to call 7 a.m., okay? I know nobody don't want to get up that early, but I'm going to tell y'all, if you got a smartphone, I got an iPhone, you got an iPhone, you got an Android, they do have an automatic redialer app. So all you got to do is type in redialer, R-E-D-I-A-L-E-R. That is an app that actually you put the phone number in and it dials it for you. And if it rings busy, it hangs up. And then it waits 30 seconds and it redials the number for you. So that's what I do because I don't have time to be on hold. I don't have time to keep calling over and over and over because we're busy, right? We got things to do. We at work, whatever it is. So get that redialer app. They got many of them. Some of them you may have to pay, some may be free. But let the redialer app worry about calling IRS and unemployment and all that for you. All you do is just be there to answer when they pick up the phone, okay? Nigga says, what if they applied and denied but still claiming weeks? Well, if they denied and they still applied and they're still claiming weeks, then I would tell them I don't really know why they're doing it, but it could be a good thing because they might be in the appeal process. So if somebody is denied and they're still claiming weeks, that sounds like they were instructed to do that, or they're in the appeal process, they need to call, of course, that 800 number to find out if they need to continue or to stop. All right. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. How do I get my stimulus check? The first one, because I have not got that yet. You can go and get your stimulus check. Well, if Miss Patricia, you can't get your stimulus check because you did not get your IRS check yet. So you did not get your tax refund. It's it's usually because it's not processed. So if they haven't processed your tax refund yet, that's why you haven't gotten your stimulus check. In your case, you don't have to do anything because you filed taxes. So you would just wait to get it automatically. If you're a person that hasn't gotten a stimulus check and you don't file taxes, you can easily go to irs.gov/EIP. E is an egg, I is an ice cube, P is in Pam, EIP, and right there you can apply as a non-filer to get your stimulus check from, or at least to find out where it's at, through the IRS. Okay. Let's see. Tawana says, how do I complete the SBA loans? It's really easy. It takes 7 minutes to do that SBA loan application. But again, I don't know how late it was that you came in. If your credit is a 620 or better, I wouldn't even mess with it. But it really, you just follow the questions. That's it. You just answer the questions. It's a 3-page or a 2.5-page application. It takes 7 minutes to do, because it's not that hard. But if it is and you get stuck and you don't understand, reach out. Okay, I'll help you with that. Dwight says, do the president have the power to sign the bill himself? No, he does not. The president does not have any power, really. The only power he has is really just to be the mouth of, he's just a representative of the United States. He signs it at the very end because he is technically the highest authority, but he does not have any authority over the Senate or the Senate or the House of Representatives, excuse me. So, he absolutely has to wait for them to make a decision because he can't do it on his own. All right. A trade line, I'll make it fast. Trade line, like I said, is just a fancy word for a line of credit that goes onto your credit report, and individuals can add them to their credit report to boost their score. I actually have a video on my YouTube page. So if you guys are not watching, you should be, because I'll be spitting nothing but real game over there on YouTube, telling y'all what you really need to do to put some money in your pocket. So, Miss Yvette, if you need that, I will send that to you in your inbox. All right. Y'all heard that. Dwight is back again. We do not have to do work search requirements in the state of Florida until December 5th. So we are going to be good without having to work. But I just want y'all to see something. You see how they say you don't have to do any work search requirement until December 5th? That's because they know there's not going to be any damn work, okay? But yet instead, they don't have any money to give. The government is crazy. This is why you got to save. This is why you got to have good credit, because in times like this, you can rely on your own money and don't have to be relying on them to send you anything, okay? Y'all know I'm always going to talk about credit. It's just a part of life, okay? What's the info on felons to pay fines? Tawana, hit me in my, actually just go on my timeline. I already posted it. It's a link. You can go and contact those individuals. Actually, you can just text the number that's on that post that I posted. I already did it to see what the application looks like. It's not that hard. Every county is just about doing this in Florida. So again, go to my page, my timeline, and you will see that information. Okay, Tawana? All right, Sonetta says, if you have a business that was affected by COVID and you apply for the reemployment it says, should you apply? So if you have a business that was affected by COVID, a lot of times they do not give business owners unemployment. They give employees unemployment. So if you're a business and your business is affected by COVID, you are supposed to use the loans for that. That's what they give business owners. See, they give business owners a big chunk of money, but they give employees a little bit of change, okay? So this is another reason why I'm always stressing why you guys need to start a business, because when it comes times like this, you see who get the money and who don't. People don't get anything. Businesses get everything, okay? And you don't have to be a big business to get it. You just need to be a business to get it, okay? So If you are self-employed though, meaning you're an Uber driver, you're a Lyft driver, you drive for Uber Eats, stripper, whatever, woman of the night, whatever. If you do anything that's self-employed, you can apply for unemployment. But if you're like a big business owner of, say, like a franchise of McDonald's, they're not gonna give you no unemployment. You got to use business loans. But if you're a sole proprietor and, like if you own a boutique and just say you ain't making, the money that you used to making, you can apply for the loans. You could try for unemployment. A lot of times, it's all going to depend on how you answer those questions. So, but most self-employed individuals do get unemployment. So I would definitely tell you to apply. All right. We're going to get ready to get off of here because I am way over my time. Shamika said my husband filed me last year in 2018, but did not file me this year in 2019. I just got my disability. Well, I can tell you, Miss Patricia, if he filed you in 18, you're probably not going to get a stimulus check, but still, please, matter of fact, inbox me and I probably can explain it to you a little better. But if he claims you, more than likely you're not going to get that stimulus check because you are considered a dependent. And they are really heavily looking at 2018 taxes over 2019. So you might not get a stimulus anyway, which is probably why you never got it. So your husband should have got it. He did not get any extra for you because you're an adult. So you wouldn't have got that additional $500. So that's just where we're at right now. So unfortunately, you might not get one. If I'm missing any piece of the information, then all you got to do is just let me know. All right. And Miss Yvette, yes, ma'am, I will send that to you. Okay. So real quick recap. We don't know what's going to go on with the stimulus. Unemployment, we just got that one more week, which is week 4. You should already have that now or showing pending in your account. Week 5 may or may not come. We got to see. There still is money out there with SBA loans if your credit is good, 620 or better. Nameless Candle Company, I do. And as a matter of fact, I will I'll go on to this on YouTube and I will comment under your comment and give you the information. Yes, you absolutely need to track down your funds, hon. Yes, never leave money on the table, ever, ever, ever. And just remember, guys, we got 3 weeks left to get some money. So if you're hurting, light bill, electric bill, cable bill, phone bill, whatever it is, call these companies and just see if they can work out something with you. Remember, the next 3 months, October, November, December, is going to be looking funny. This Christmas might be the Christmas. There ain't going to be a lot of gifts under the tree, okay? We don't know. It might be looking kind of funny right now. It seems like the government is going to try to push us, to stretch us as far as they can until tax time next year. And then again, tax checks ain't even going to look that good. So if you don't have a hustle, you haven't found some kind of way to make a little extra money, this is the time to do so. This is also the time to be on top of things and not waiting for stuff to come to you. Be proactive and call, all right? There are so many resources out there. And if I can help you in any kind of way, I absolutely will do that because I don't believe in letting nothing sit on the table. So I'm gonna send this to you guys. Again, text your zip code 898-211 and let them tell you what's in your area. Food assistance, rent assistance, electric assistance, whatever type of assistance, just ask them. Tell them you want all the assistance. You want to know everything that's going on, okay? So be proactive, get your money, and remember the motto, if I think I qualify, I will apply. All right. So y'all don't have any more questions for me. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I will be back next Monday with more information. And until then, y'all just keep it cool. Take care of yourselves. Be blessed. Stay prayed up. And yeah, shit, we all in this together. All right. So I'll see y'all next Monday. Y'all take it easy. Bye.